Alright, this should be an awesome video. This is tract 16 at Timber Shoals Ranch. Has over 160 feet of direct frontage on the take line at Bull Shoals Lake. Its entire north side actually borders the take line. Bull Shoals Lake is a Corps of Engineer lake, so if you own frontage on the take line, you can access all that Corps of Engineer land as well as the shoreline. And this happens to be one of the rare tracts that does have direct frontage. We're facing northerly, so about the south third of the property is the open meadow, and then transitions to mature timber, and there you can see Bull Shoals Lake in the background there. Beautiful section of lake, by the way. You can fish for just about everything. There's different access points to the lake throughout Timber Shoals Ranch, which is a nice private rural development. And I think we're going to get a little more altitude here in a moment and check it out. The other kind of unusual thing about this property, other than the direct frontage on the take line, is that the property is really quite level, which is unusual in the Ozarks and very unusual in this area of the Ozarks. So you've got the southern part, the open meadow, which is essentially flat, and then as you go northerly from there into the mature timber, that's quite level as well. So the topo map that we have shows kind of a slight, I guess, a swale, you could call it, that goes diagonally through the part of the timber on the property. So like a very small valley, essentially the start of a small valley. But even that's pretty minimal, and I think you'll see that in the ground video. But big mature timber. I mean, we found some massive trees on this property, massive hardwood trees, appear to be well over 100 years old, which is a pretty rare find as well. Very private out here at Timber Shoals Ranch. We are in northernmost Arkansas, so this is in northern Boone County, Arkansas, only about a mile south of the Missouri-Arkansas border. You can check out the listing page and the maps and whatnot. If you're not already on our website at instantacres.com, that's where you can go to check this out. Visit the listing page, and we've got tons of additional information there on the website at instantacres.com. Of course, if you have any questions or if you have questions on availability, feel free to comment below on YouTube here in the video section, and we do try to reply to all comments as quickly as possible. But a good thing to do is, of course, to go to the website and check it out. So Bull Shoals Lake, being a Corps of Engineer lake, it's an enormous lake. I mean, many miles of shoreline. We're only looking at a small fraction of it. But the water level is controlled at the dam, which is quite a few miles to the southeast, I believe. And it looks like right now they've got the water level lowered down a bit. You can see where it would generally be when it's at full pool. You'll often see really just bass boats, pontoon boats in this area, a few jet skis. We love to jet ski in this area. In fact, there's a couple places you can put a boat or a jet ski into the water in the area. The place that we've used is really not a public launch, but it's State Line Cove, which is about a mile to the north. And there's a trail that goes easterly and then into the take line land and then to State Line Cove itself. And you can see the details on that in the listing page. So you can see the meadow there. If you look closely toward the left side of the meadow, you can see the truck parked, that white Tahoe that's parked on the south side of the property as we look southerly. And looking down, you could just see a bit of the lake, and then we're looking at about the north end of the property there. Angle of the sun is making those trees look kind of bleached out, but if you check out the ground video as well, you'll see the gorgeous mature timber on this property. There you can see the white Tahoe. So the wildlife out here is phenomenal. You can see how the lake wraps around the peninsula. Timber Shoals Ranch is essentially a gigantic peninsula with the lake wrapping around it. So, I mean, you've got deer and turkey that just live full time on the peninsula. We see those all the time out here. You can definitely hunt on your own property at Timber Shoals Ranch, but a lot of people don't know that you can hunt in the Corps of Engineers take line as well, in that land as well. So all around not only the outside of the peninsula, basically all around the shoreline of Bull Shoals Lake, there's a certain uh, portion of Corps of Engineer land that is open for public use and hunting, and that's what you have access to since you have direct frontage on the take line here. So you can walk right into that Corps of Engineer land, and you've essentially got hundreds or thousands of acres of additional hunting land that border your property, which is pretty fantastic. Might be a nice spot to build a home or a cabin. Pretty basic covenants in place. As long as if you plan to do a year-round home or cabin, I believe it's got to be 600 square feet on a concrete foundation, which is pretty darn minimal. But there are quite a few people who just use property like this to come out and camp a couple times a year or to hunt or whatnot, and that's okay as well. So now looking northerly. Oh, that's about the end of the video, but instantacres.com to check availability. Everything we sell on our website, we sell with instant owner financing, and we hope to hear from you.